and I'm talking women's basketball, I only think of the queen. The quest for an unprecedented eighth straight gold medal began yesterday against Japan. And what else do you expect when it comes to the women of the United States on the hardwood? 102 to
This
76.
Pure domination.
I got the numbers for you. 54.5% from the field. They shot terribly from 3-point range with 20%. 56 rebounds. By the way, let me tell you something about this rebound. Brittany Griner was like 5 feet taller than everybody on the court.
What are those 11 blocks?
She was grabbing rebounds. Cole. She was grabbing rebounds with one hand.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
She was grabbing rebounds with one hand. I'm like,
so she was Will Chamberlain, the Japanese women. Wow, that's cold.
Even DT was holding balls over their head like this. Like,
yeah, and the worst part about it is one of the Japanese people had a sign saying, "Y'all could have beat us if you had Caitlin Clark." So all the women
right.
were
So they
sign,
saw it.
See?
So they saw it during the shoot around.
I don't know why would y'all do that. Y'all set your whole team up for failure.
Basically set them up. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
You know, I expected a much better game from Japan than this. They had returned 4 players from their championship team in 2021, or not championship. They took silver, we took gold, and that was a pretty decent matchup. It was still within single digits in the point differential.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Their guard is a heck of a guard, Yamamoto, and she definitely played well.
Japan
just
was playing some hard-nosed defense.
Size-wise.
Japan was playing hard-nosed defense. I'm like, they were trying to pressure every.
They didn't give up. It didn't matter how big the point differential was. They didn't give up. And so for me, this just definitely shows me, they talked about the attendance being low for this game. I think we know why.
Of course, we know why.
It's not because Kaylin wasn't there, y'all. It's because we know that these are the type of numbers. These are going to be the type of blowouts that they're going to put out.
11 blocks, 7 steals, 35 assists on 42 made buckets.
But those devoid of brain cells fools will say, this is why the U.S. women's team isn't drawn, because the big draw is not in Paris.
And then they had, who all? We had KP, Sabrina, and we had one more that had 11 points off of the bench too. So bench play was ridiculous for us as well as the starting 5.
But speaking of starting 5, there's only 2 women to talk about in this one.
Yes. I 100% agree.
Just 2 women to talk about. These 2 ladies is Asia Wilson, 24-13 with 4 blocks.
Sing the praises of the MVP, baby. Sing the praises of the MVP.
Like, there's not the MVP race is over. All right, nobody's catching her for the MVP. And then you did bring up my coach, so let me allow me to bring up one of my best players on the team, Breanna Stewart, 22 points, 8 boards with 3 blocks. So he had 11 blocks. 7 of it came from these 2.
A block party. Wow.
And I'm so glad to see Stewie getting out of her shooting slump. It seems that she had been in a shooting slump since the end of last year's regular season. Now, there have been a couple of games this season where we've seen her at 30-point plus, 25-point plus, but that was more just a handful. Whereas last season, we were watching Stewie do it back to back to back to back. And so it's starting to look like she's coming out of that shooting slump. And just a reminder, like, as much as we love Asia, and Asia is most likely the MVP, Stewie is the fastest to reach any of those accolades of all time. So she's still very good at basketball.
Just to let y'all know, it wasn't a blowout to start. So
yeah, it wasn't.
They took a 7-point lead after the first quarter because even though Asia was feasting early, she had 10 points. The United States had 5 penalties, and then 3 points was going down for Japan. That's so they're gonna play hard-nosed defense and they're gonna jack up 3. It's gonna be interesting here on how this game goes along. And we all know this thing. If you live by the 3, you also wet by the 3.
Right.
Die. Sorry.
Mike D'Antoni, tell him.
That's pretty much what happened to Japan. They kept shooting 3s, and if you don't remember the percentage, I can go back and show you too.
I mean, they have 2 good guards, though. I will say that Japan has 2 really good guards, and they still got One got 17 points, the other one got 14 points. And so, not that they had just a god awful game, but they were just so outsized.
They was, but when you shoot a lot of threes, that's 30 out of 74 shot, 39 from 3-point range.
Well, no, I mean, but they're almost 40% from the three, though. You know,
Yeah,
that's
Which is
not
not
terrible.
bad. Yeah,
That's
no,
not
that's not bad at
terrible.
all.
Yeah,
But you know, when you live by the three, you also die by the three.
I get that. Now, the only thing that I saw was I think we had one or two more turnovers than them. I'm not sure if that will come into play anywhere later on in the tournament,
For
but
me,
just something that I was looking at.
for me, you see that 3-point percentage right there? That's what I'm concerned about.
I get it.
We cannot shoot 20%.
Yeah, but our size in the lane just makes up for it.
That means we need, these two need to stay consistent along with Breanna.
Those two definitely have to stay consistent. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, it was BG who had 11 points off the bench also. BG, KP, and Sabrina all had 11 points apiece off the bench.
And then Cole, you wanted to know why I backed off my full Jason Tatum tangent I had planned.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Reeves played everybody on the team in this game, and everybody on the team scored.
Oh, wait a minute! You say she did what?
She played everybody on the
everybody on the team did what?
Everybody played and everybody scored.
Yeah, that's how a coach is supposed to do.
You still could have done them fools out talking ill about Jason Tatum.
I was going for the people who was upset about Jason Tatum not getting minutes. Because how they was acting in the pre. I knew the same people that was complaining about Jason Tatum not playing was the same people who was going off about Team USA barely beating South Sudan. I'm like, y'all, but what do y'all want?
They want what 111-48 final score that the Team USA, the Dream Team, put on Angola. That's what they want. Because they think the rest of the world still is leagues behind the U.S. when it comes to basketball, and they are not.
Right? Yeah, they're not.
I mean, they can had they suffered that they did it 20 years ago.
That's my problem. Like, I'm gonna need you. Do y'all want to win gold, or do y'all want to look a certain way? Which one is it?
I want everybody to play and win gold.
Everybody can't play every game. I'm sorry, it's only 40 minutes.
Everybody can play in a blowout.
Agree. Definitely in a blowout.
If everybody can't play in a blowout, your coach sucks and he's trash, garbage, and somebody else need to be coach of the team.
I don't know if I'm ready to say he sucks, but I will say
in Olympic play. Let me make that clear. As an Olympic coach, he sucks.
Well, playmaker, you do have a point because I guess it means that I hate to say this cool. So I guess that means I think that means Chuck Daly must have sucked because there was no way he put Christian Laettner out on the court.
Christian Laettner should not have been on the team though.
He was on the team though.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
He should not have been on that team.
He got maybe 4 or 5 minutes the whole time.
You can't hold nobody for not putting Christian Laettner out there. You can hold whoever made the decision for Christian Laettner to be on the team. That's who you should have a problem with that.
You can say that, but at the same, he was on the team and he did not see the court.
He did not deserve to be on the team, so he did not deserve to play.
If you run a USA
no playmaker. I'm not accepting that. That dude,
you don't have to accept it. It's factual.
Garbage.
It's factual though.
It's also factual he was garbage. But and there was no reason for him to even be on the team except that they wanted a college player. And then they went and got the worst one.
Oh, wow. No. They got a Caitlin Clark version.
But it didn't have
that's what they got.
Nobody cared about Christian Laettner except for Duke fans.
Right. That's what they got. They got the Caitlin Clark in 1992 on the Dream Team. And since he wasn't going to see time, and Caitlin Clark is barely going to see time in the 2024 U.S.
He was on more time than Jason Tatum in the last game.
Oh, wow. Wow.
All I'm saying is, I don't care. By any means necessary, bring home gold. That's all I care about. I mean, if somebody can't play, oh well. The mission is the mission.
But if you're not gonna play him,
wow, you sounded like Mike Tomlin all of a sudden, playmaker.
But I'm saying if you're looking at the roster, and you're saying I'm not gonna really play this dude. Don't even put him on the team.
Agree with that too.
And then guess what? You ain't gonna have no team then.
Go get another bench dude.
You know, I don't. Everybody, this is the time to make sacrifices.
I get sacrifices. If you used to playing 30, 40 minutes a game and you playing 5-10, I get sacrifices.
Not Christian Laettner. And not
but 0 minutes and you're not Christian Laettner, that's a problem.
So now we got to do it a certain way too. Now, see, we just can't get the job done. We got to do it a certain way.
You gotta let people see the court. That's why they're on the team.
I don't care. I won't go.
I work.
Clearly, clearly you should be Steve Kerr's assistant on the team. Clearly,
I won't gold medal. I want to do whatever it takes to win gold.
I'm gonna be
especially
real.
how people have been talking about the men's USA team lately.
I'll be real with you. 5 to 10 minutes.
The question at hand.
Some other people in the game is not going to be the difference in that game for us getting a gold medal.
Crisp and clean with no caffeine.
That's all I'm saying.
You may be right.
Kerr has had the whole entirety of time to figure out the rotation, and the rotation has not been consistent except for LeBron James. And now, of course, Kevin Durant wasn't there, so more people were getting minutes than are going to now because Kevin Durant's going to be eating up probably 20 plus minutes a game.
Right.
And he still hasn't got the rotation right. That's the issue I have with Kerr.
If that jumper remains wet, you know he's going to see that many minutes.
Well, you didn't want to start Kevin Durant because he ain't done that since April. So you didn't want to just throw him in the lineup.
And he's ancient the basketball
on the bench. I think you have him run the bench at just the same way that LeBron is running the starters. You have KD run the bench players.
Yeah. And KD can play 5 in international play against most teams.
Right.
Couple can't, but most teams he can play the 5 against an international play.
Agree.
But yeah, Sherry Reeves played everybody. Everybody got time.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do again.
And Phoenix, y'all can breathe a sigh of relief because Khalil Copper is good.
Right.